Hey, so we are now looking at Mark 3, I should say, Mark 3 of the Iron Man, and I don't know what exactly this is from. It says the Infinity Saga. They're only Iron Man, so it's not like the Infinity Saga includes anything from Spider-Man or whatever. These are model kits. They're more like Mega Construx is why I have this one here to compare it to, because I just built this one and I'm like, my gosh, it really is a lot of the same, except this is about twice as big, twice as wide, and of course, you know, twice as big, whatever. So let's get into this and let's build this kit. And I don't know why I'm trying to preserve the box, because the box was crushed. UPS, or United States Postal Service, I should say, not UPS, USPS is terrible, especially down here. So also I got another figure right there to show you what it looks like the side of a regular 1/18 scale figure. All right, so got everything out of the box. We're gonna keep the box right there because I'm about to put some pieces back into it. Inside of every box, you get a card. Now, if you want to buy these, you go to AliExpress. They're $30, not each. So before you go, no, $30 for 8 of them, and they come, you know, in a box with 7 different models, and you get one twice. And I got number 7 twice, so our Mark 7. There's Mark 1 through Mark 7. They're very much alike. My favorite one is Mark 6 with a triangular chest. The Marks 1 or Marks 3 and 4, I can barely tell them apart. It's a little bit different on the chest. If you know anything about Iron Man, you know that they didn't change too much from one movie to another, but there were some changes. Like that suitcase one was totally different. So he's gonna be here for later. I'll put him aside for later. So inside of the package, you're gonna get pieces, much like a Mega Construx. You're gonna get pieces also on a strut or 2 struts. You can get hands, which are the same for almost all of them except for the Mark 1. The Mark 1, of course, is totally different. Oh, I forgot. This comes in a resealable package, which I usually use until I can get them to a Ziploc, because I keep forgetting to bring Ziplocs out here. All right. I'm going to stick this down. All right. So on one, we have numbers. The only time the numbers really pay attention to are these, and I'm never sure if they're doing it wrong or if I'm doing it wrong. This says Mark 2. I thought it was a Mark 3. That might be a problem too. So this right here says Mark 2. In my hand, I have a Mark 3 box. You know, I don't know. I'm wondering if this means, I don't know. I really don't know, because I can't tell the difference. I'm looking at the chest piece mainly to tell if there's a difference between them. Let me do it without the box. Let me do it like this. Does that look like the same chest piece? Because it looks the same to me. But then again, I can't tell the difference. I mean, Mark 2 and Mark 3. No, Mark 2's, well, all right, maybe Mark 2 and Mark 3 are the same except for the colors. That could be it. Because Mark 2 is silver completely. You know, like it's the silver Centurion. Here's the front piece. That's pretty easy. The back piece. The tummy piece. Those are simple. This piece is like, it's so much like the, you had to put another piece with it to make it work for the crotch. Now in Mega Construx, they have 3 pieces actually. There's the piece right there, the crotch, you know, the double balls, the sockets for the things. And there's actually a belt put on these, a belt. So there's only 2 pieces on this one, although I guess you consider that sort of the belt. Oh, and then the other pieces that are already loose are in here. So these are pretty much universal except for the paint on them so far, except for, of course, Mark 1. It's going to be the exception. It's just nothing like the other ones. And sometimes maybe the fire is different, but I have not seen anything different in the fire. Okay, so now we got all the pieces out ready to roll. I got these still on the thing, and of course the hands, I'll pick them as I get there. You have instructions. It gives you all the different armors in flight mode, all the different smart armors in stand mode, standing side by side mode. And it gives you like what you expect to get with the cards. That's why it's like Mark 1 and Mark 2 are the silver ones. Mark 2 and Mark 3, I'm assuming they're exactly the same, except for the colors. Mark 4 has a different chest piece, slightly different. You can see it. Mark 5 looks totally different. Mark 6 has a triangle, so that's why you can tell the difference. And Mark 7, it's got a little bit more paint apps, but other than that, it looks kind of like Mark 4. All right, you get flame effects, like you can repulsor beams and when he's flying. And then for the Lego type hands, and what I mean by Lego type hands, I'm talking about those that look like Lego hands, these. You got flames that hold on, you know, that go into the little slot in their hands. This is basically a rough sketch of it. That's not the instructions. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't figure that out. No, the instructions are right here. It gives you all the pieces, which is again unnecessary. It gives you a rundown of the struts in case you're not understanding that. It says Mark 3A. That's interesting. It definitely says Mark 2 on mine. All right, we got how to put it together. The body parts are very simple. The arms are fairly simple. The legs, this part right here is what I always get confused on. I finally figured out how to not even worry about it and get it right. I'll show you when I get there. So first off, I like to put the head on the body because in this, the front and the back are very similar, but the head goes, like the neck goes down like that. As far as I know, because that's the way it looks like it to me. All right, we got to put the chest piece on. This is the back piece. And you can put the back piece on first. It does not matter. They don't overlap or really barely even touch. This middle piece is kind of like it feels like an eraser sort of material. So it's very soft. It's almost like a PVC. Or not PVC, what is it? The pieces like the bendy pieces on the older Gundam kits. And then you slide it. I thought something fell. It was my cat jumping up on the well house. All right, so that's his spine. So you just push it on. There you go. Top part's done. I'm going to the bottom part. Now here is what I'm talking about. He has the same construction almost exactly, except he's a lot smaller. He's got the ball crotch. This piece goes up into this piece, just like it does on the Mega Construct figure. So that's what I'm thinking. I wonder if Mattel's making these because there's no American company, and I think this is official. It's not like a knockoff. It's got too much looking. It looks too official to just be some kind of Chinese knockoff. It is from China, though. I did get these from China. I'm going to be upfront with you. I hate car alarms. I'm really close to the main strand, so some tourist is down here and left his car alarm running while he's inside, probably. I was shopping at Beach Mart. Oh, I got that one all the way in. I felt that one go extra push at the end. That's probably the hardest part, honestly. All right, the legs. All right, so this is the front of the legs. This tells you it's a left leg. It's definitely a left leg. So you can go ahead and put that on if you want to, and it may be a little bit easier. I'm going to try it this way. I haven't done it this way before. I usually put the legs together and then put them on. Okay. This is the left leg as it goes into the pin like this. Now, I'm going to look at the instructions and see what it says to do, and then I'm going to look at the thing, and hopefully it'll be right. So for the left leg, I need the A1 piece, not the steak sauce piece. Okay, according to this is the A1 piece. Now, I figured out how to not worry about whether I got it wrong or right. This part here is where the curved piece of this goes. And I would glue this on if I was going to make this one of my pocket valves. So see how it's curved right there? So it is correct. This is curved on this side. It's not curved on this side. It's flat on this side. So it's only curved on the outside pieces. So it goes smoothly back and forth. See? All right, let's build the left leg. And I want to make sure that I don't, like, this is so small, I'm afraid it's a fragile thing, so I don't push it from here when I push them together. I push it from, like my finger would have been caught in there if it was like a real machine or something. All right. Then we have this piece. I'm not sure why they made this piece separate, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just at first I had such troubles with getting these on the wrong side for some reason. Plus, it also looks like this is the socket, but no, the socket's on this side. That's just the outside piece. There. So look how tiny it is. Like, so far, it's tiny compared to this. Compared to the Mega Construx guy, he's not quite 2 times the size, though. I thought he's 7 centimeters, and I thought these were 3.5 centimeters, but they're probably more like 3 inches. Well, he's like 3 inches. Oh, no. I think Mega Construct guys are 2.5 inches, which would be more like No, that's not right, because 2 times 3.54. Wow. All right. I don't know what I'm talking about then, evidently. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. 5 centimeters. All right. Well, if he's 2 inches tall, that's about right, because he looks like he's more like 5 centimeters tall compared to him being 7 centimeters tall. So he's they're very much like related to each other. This is made by Mattel. I don't have a clue exactly who makes these. All right, here's where you also need to pay a little bit of attention to, because the arms, well, okay, I'll tell you the easy way to know. The forearm and the upper arm, they're very similar at this scale. So the lower arm always has these little ripples on it, except for Mark 1. So this is the lower arm. This is actually the left arm. And this is the right arm. And this is the right arm because the part that's more unseemly, I guess you can say, goes in the back. Because you want to put your best foot forward. This is where it pinches my fingers like crazy. Okay, and then we got this piece. Now, on almost all of these, there's 5 of these in case one gets broken, I guess. You only need 4 of them, so you always have an extra piece left over. There's the Mark, I think it was the Mark 6 I built yesterday that had gold at the top, so you actually had an extra gold one as well. So you had 2 leftover pieces. It was the first one I've encountered that has gold at the top instead of just this color, which is burgundy. At least that's what it looks like to me. See, when you're squeezing it on, my fingers are so fat, and I got that fingernail there, which is kind of getting in the way now. I always keep one long fingernail, but maybe it's time to clip that one and move to the other side. Okay, almost got there. All right, so he's got a golden bicep. Now you got to decide what kind of hands do you want. So I've used all the different hands. I'm pretty sure. I may have not. I think I may have done the splay fingers. Like there's 2 different sets of hands that look almost alike. This one's got his fingers crouched forward slightly. This has got them crouched back, like full splay. This has got like very Lego looking hands, which I kind of like those. I think I'll go with the Lego looking hands. Now, which one's the left one? Which one's the right one? I'm gonna peel them off and then figure it out. The fist, they don't look that good with it, to be honest with you. There's something about how small they are. They look like they're too small for a fist. All right. I should have probably used finger clippers to clip that out. Because I got some leftover kibble. That's the left arm. Okay, yeah, that kibble's out there, but I can scratch it off with my thumbnail. There, get it all the way in. All right, I like to put it on before I put on the shoulder pads. There are one more thing to put on, the shoulder pads. And the shoulder pads is so far, except, I keep saying except Mark 1 because he is an exception. They're all exactly the same. I have not seen any shoulder pads that are more boxy or more round or anything. I hate when the birds call out my name. Whew. I'm so afraid I'm going to break that tab off because you look like these are so fragile. These little circle parts. Probably should do the front one first and then do the back one, but oh well. Okay, they got that one on. Okay, so we just do the mirrored image of the other side. You guys enjoying the bird sounds? Sometimes this is very tranquil just to sit out here and read and listen to the birds and hear what they have to say. Right now they're talking about the cats and how they're gonna get food off the ground without the cats getting them. Oh no, one of them said something bad. Oh, it's a dirty bird. Not like he was being potty mouthed saying that. Those darn cats. What I'm saying, it's nice weather out here. I'm just kidding. I'm not Dr. Doolittle. You know, somebody was talking about Tron Ares is 15 years after. Like, maybe he meant in the... I can't believe that Tron Legacy was 15 years ago is my point. Now I don't know. I'm like, was Tron Legacy 15 years ago? Because he said Tron Ares is going to be 15 years later. Maybe he meant, like, in the fiction part. Because I just can't believe Tron Legacy is that old. I just feel like I just watched it like last year. I mean, I watched it fairly new. It wasn't a must-see one because I saw the original Tron on, not Laserdisc, but Selectavision. Man, it's hot out here. I think the sun's going through the trees and into my head. So this might be the last one. Whoa, I felt like something was exploding. Now, one of the problems I have with all these, the right foot is too loose for these. Yeah, there's no exception here. It's still, it falls out too easy. Okay, the left foot is tight. The right foot's not. So if you want to fix that, what can help is to paint the inside of it with the paint. But the color they use a very nice metallic color. So I don't think there's going to be you're just going to have to, if that makes a big deal to you, I don't know, like maybe use a clear sealant. Like I'm thinking about getting like something to hold it tight like this and spray the sealant on there and let it dry, and it'll be a little bit tighter. So what do you guys think? I mean, is there another way to make it work? Because it's just a little too loose on this foot. And it's true for all of the ones like this. So anyway. All right, so let's see what it looks like. And this is weird because I don't remember Iron Man doing this. It looks more like he's Dark Phoenix. Rise from my ashes. All right, so it looks more like Dark Phoenix. Or Phoenix, I should say, because anyway, my first experience with Phoenix was just Dark Phoenix. All right, so here's the stand. Now you can use the stand without any other pieces. Just put his foot on the little peg hole. Probably I should put the left foot on the peg hole because the left foot's doing better than the right foot is. Normally it's not that hard to put on there. There. So holds pretty well. Plus it also has a flight stand part. So to build that, you just put the little pieces in there, and it's pretty self-explanatory if you never built one of these before. If not, the instructions are very clear about how to do this. It's not challenging that much. You can just kind of look at it and tell what you have to do. Okay, and for this last piece, this is where you have to decide, do you want it to stick out farther away from the base, or do you want it to stick up higher from the base? I personally like it to stick up higher from the base. So this, 45-degree angle total, it's got two different ways you can put it. There's a bubble in there, which is like, there's a bubble in all these pieces. And these were pretty much the same on all of these so far. All right, there's the figure, and it goes right on the stand like this. But it doesn't need a stand, and it doesn't need a stand on the foot pieces at all. They stand pretty nicely, and this is actually a dome, like it's a pop-matic bubble here. All right, it's comparison time. So we're just comparing these two right here. Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. I think they filmed the Lego pieces, like the Lego parts. They do. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. I just kind of thought about it just now because it's like they got the same kind of, they don't have the same kind of feet because this was, more oval, but they both can fit on a Lego piece like this. Nice. All right, so as far as construction and articulation, it's almost identical. We got the swivel hands, the 90-degree bend in the elbow. They have the swivel right there. He has the same, as you can tell from the way I built it. Up here, he's got the hinge out, which is only kept by the armor right there. Hinge out. The head's on a ball joint. Head's on a ball joint. Swivel at the waist, which I really hate. Look at this one's even popping apart because you got to really get it in tight. Ball joint and crotch, where you can tell by the way I built it. And even the legs, it's like whoever made these, I swear it's like they took Mega Construx, upsized it by 2 more centimeters, I guess, or something. Isn't this about 5 centimeters? And then, yeah, it's very much the same. Now, they just basically elongated. It's like if you took him and elongated him out to 7 centimeters, you got this guy. That's pretty amazing. Well, in lieu of everything, don't forget you have these other parts. Get a Ziploc bag, put your instruction booklet in it, put your card in it, put your extra pieces in it. And if you don't want to use this, which I kind of do like these, like I got a few of them sitting on my shelf like this. They keep from falling over as easily as if they didn't. You know what? I could probably have him like on the bottom right there, hanging out with him. No, it's actually very loose for him. That's strange. All right, so, but they can hang out together. He could be like daddy and son. I don't know. Works for me. And if you're like, well, I don't know how big this figure was because I've never seen one, so can you do one more of a scale? I know. This is the 1/18 scale for the, what are they called? Fire by night? No, the Friday fortnight. I was like, fortnight, not fire by night. This is a, I guess, 10 centimeter figure. She is 1/18 scale, probably 4 inches. And he's 7 centimeters. So 7 times 2.54, or divided by 2.54. So 3 inches, under 3 inches, dang. All right, so what do you guys think? Is this something you want to get? If you do, like I said, you want to go over to AliExpress. You can find them there. You can probably find them on eBay too. I don't know. I don't like eBay. It's just too. I don't like getting sniped. I mean, I was ordering some. I bought something the other day, and I was the high bidder. And at the last minute, I had it. It was like going for like $19, $19. Tick, 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 tick. Sniped. $26 because I put it $26.01 or something. I had it basically worked out to where I paid $30 with the shipping and handling flat for 5 figures. Somebody sniped me at the very last literal second. And I don't use the word literal lightly. How is that possible? And I know there's some kind of bots for it, but that's why I hate eBay so much. It's no fun. If it's not a buy it now, then what's the point? All right. So I would definitely check out AliExpress. Like I said, I got 8 figures for $30. So you could do the math. And that's not $30 plus shipping. That's $30 shipped. This store was one of those places where if you buy it for $10, it's free shipping, which I guess they may sell these individually. I'd just go ahead and buy the whole box. I did get an extra one, but that's fine. I'm hopefully going to trade with somebody. Or I could make a stealth Iron Man because this is very close to number 7. If I wanted to, I can just paint him black or whatever. Black and purple maybe or something like that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the last one. Plus these all kind of look the same anyway, so... And I did back in the day when Iron Man came out, the first movie, and they made all those little 4-inch figures. I got all of them back then. I don't know if I still do, because when I moved down here, I got rid of a lot of stuff that I was like, you know, I can live without this stuff. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending time with me. And let me know what you think of this and more.